All right, this is Fans Voice International. You all know me as Coach B and the Choco Prince. I did happy very, very well. Like, I'm so happy, call for celebration. Or first, I'm joyful because the game yesterday, it gave us what we want. You understand? We expected it and we saw it and we conquered it. Talking about the yesterday game, Nigeria versus Gabon. History, don't tell us, see, history has said it that Nigeria has lost once in the 80s. Had them beat us last. So after the 80s, between 2004, we defeated them 2 goals to 0. 2005, we defeated them. So back to back, now we defeated them before this game. So history favors us, they say history first, history favors us into that game. So we got into the game. The game, I think, the game is a game of 3 halves. You play that games in 3 halves, and 3 halves where they tell you like now first half, second half, and the third extra time we will play. And that 3 halves, now different things will occur inside the game. In the first half, we saw Nigeria possessing, having more shots in terms of shot. We get 4 shots on target in the first half. And having 4 shots on target in the first half, we supposed to score 3 goals at least, or 2 goals, put the game to bed second half. But believe me, after all those chances we had, we know if we convert anyone in the first half. Second half, coming into the game, second half, I feel say we go fit up the tempo more, like increase the tempo of the game. I said to myself, this is where we kill these guys, man. But when we got to that stage, we could not do it. Second half, could you believe you had 1 shot on target in that game? The whole second half, 1 shot on target. Even the chance we had was misused by our striker because I don't know what came over him, but fine. The third half, which is the extra time, we did so well. Kudos to the coach because without the coach, wouldn't have been here. No smile, no joy. In as much as we say players did well, but the coach, the changes, he was brave enough to understand that he had to make some calls. Those changes he made in the second half was so surprising to everyone. We never expected it. Putting out the likes of African Best and Chukwueze out of the game. Bringing the likes of Ejuke and Moses Simon. Because we needed the likes of Moses Simon in that game. His strength, his involvement in the game, his take-ons was more than what we got from the ones that were in the pitch. The ones that were on the pitch could not do those take-ons Simon did. In as much as most of the take-ons were not successful. Yes, he tried them. African Best could not do it. I'm not criticizing him because he has his own issues, club side issues. I expected him to drop those club side issues and visit our games. More importantly, that game was so important for him to play so well and showcase himself, just like Victor Osimhen is doing. Osimhen himself was so involved. See, people go criticize Osimhen for missing those chances, but believe me, it's better for a striker to have chances, miss them, than not to get the chances because more of the chances will come. And prevention, he will score them. But strikers, when they create chance for themselves, when they create space to get those chances, it's hard for them to score. In terms of Osimhen's situation, it's hard for them to score. So Osimhen tried so well to get those chances. And in as much as fighting to get those chances, being in a good position to see those chances, he could not bury them off as we expected. But second extra time, he did well to bury those chances off, which shows the kind of quality we have in our attack. Shows the kind of personality we have in our attack. The guy, too much. He did well. According to his words, he said after missing that chance, they blew the final whistle in the second half of the first time played. And he was like, okay, he apologized to his teammate. Guys, sorry, I didn't even know I have missed the chance, but I will make it up. That's why when he scored the first goal, he had to pull off his jersey because he could not know how to express his joy, trying to make up for make amends for the things he has made, the mistakes, the goals he has missed. Because prior to that goal, he never had on target. A striker having 3 chances and no on target was bad for him, bad omen for the day. Some coaches would have pulled him off, but kudos to the coach for sticking by him. Yes, because if coach remove Osimhen, if I don't get those 2 goals, the substitute he made created 1 goal, which is Ejuke. He had the courage to play Ako, keeping Ako in the game, whereby people were criticizing. Ako was so instrumental to our play. This coach is not those coaches that will the coach not be coach who will just place players in, expect them to play. He had the system, and the system is built on playing 2 strikers. And those 2 strikers, we had one that could just sit back, make all the suffer run. We had the likes of Brian Ideye doing such work. Maybe Nigerians will they forget history. That be our problem. They forget so quick. Brian Ideye was doing such work for the likes of Emmanuel Emenike, and Emenike was scoring goals. Ideye, they do all the dirty jobs. This is the kind of system he's trying to create again. And that system now give us Nations Cup. This system make on think back and see what we did in 2013. Almost the same system. We had the likes of Mikel Obi entering his prime, his end of yes, footballing years. Now we get the likes of Ndidi. The only mistake he made was playing Ndidi too deep in that game, because we saw it. Playing Ndidi too deep. Ndidi is so instrumental going forward. In his club side, he's playing forward. You can see him in the 10th position, the 8th position. Ndidi cannot play that 4 anymore for us, guys. But in terms of dictating the pace of the game, Ndidi tried. Ndidi worked so hard. The midfield tried. Because that was an high-tempo game. See, no matter how you call it, even if the people were supposed to beat. But yes, okay, that one, there was something at stake. And everybody was serious and up for that thing was up for grab. Anybody can win that game. But Ndidi stepped up in that midfield. Even why myself, I criticize a pull Ndidi out. Ndidi had a yellow card. But for a midfielder to have yellow card to be carded in the 6th minute, and he could hold that card, play the extra time, he had 2 assists to his name. Even the one that could not be converted by Osimhen. But he was still persistent. He was still going forward, hitting those passes. See, the assist he gave to Educate. Guy, no be small pass with that. Bruno Fernandes is standard, though. Bruno Fernandes standard. That was the pass we expected. Everybody saying Osimhen won't give for this side. He just deceive us, go that side. So that guy having 2 assists to his name, no be small thing. Even the goal that Osimhen scored, Ndidi created it. Ndidi, okay, it's not Ndidi that even created one of the goals. What's his name? Okay, talking about Ndidi, the wonderful things he did in the game was so special because he could stabilize the midfield, also coordinate the defense. Because we had players that could not even do well in terms of the right back. That right back is our problem. But kudos to the midfielders, they did well. Going to the defense, okay, the defense, na rock. We had a 20-year-old boy that created a record, to hold that boy, Aubameyang, older man, 36 years old man, Aubameyang down. That was the worst game Aubameyang had. Prior to this period, he was scoring goals for fun for his country. But meeting a player like Frederick Benjamin, kudos to Frederick Benjamin, 20 years old boy. See what he was doing on the pitch. He did not even do the defensive job. See, he did defensive job and then he said, no, let me go in and help this people in terms of attacking. He created chances for himself, had 3 successful dribbles, and then gave an assist. His passes was top-notch. His control of his defense was top-notch. Area prowess top-notch. For a player of his size and stature, CDA was dominating the game as if he was one kind of a big central defender like the Van Dijks. But as small as he was in terms of stature, the guy inside him, he was a big player. That was what we call big body, big engine. The guy in a big body, big engine. Because see, even the 75, 85 minutes, I was clamoring for the coach to push him to the right back. Because we know that the defense had one problem, which was the right back. Right back was only the source of which these people could play. The source of which these people could get goals. And they got the goals from the right back. I was shouting, change this boy. That guy was tired. The coach was draining this guy. Osai was not in the game. Let me mention the name. Osai was not in the game. The goal that they scored against us was Osai that lost the area ball. He could not position himself well to win that area ball. And then he lost it. So God so kind, he had to make the changes in the second half and we sustained the game. The likes of Ekon came in to sustain the game. Kudos to the players, kudos to the coach for trying to identify the right changes to make. That was one of the best games he has had for Nigeria by making the right changes, making the right calls in the first team setup and trying to create those interplays, the system that could make these players create chances, not without going to the width. Before Nigeria now the width to the east, but now we create most of the chances through the middle. Check all our goals. Most of them came through the middle, which means we have a pattern of play. The coach knows what he was looking for. That was why you see the likes of, what's his name? Chukwueze drifting to the middle. Guys, people were complaining. Yes, he had this guy. He has these guys. Enter the middle, crowd the middle, create chance from the middle. We have 2 strikers that you can create chance from left and right too. But those 2 guys could not do it. But other players came in, step up to the plate and did the job for us. To the end, they fought this game to the end. This shows that these boys were committed to the system, committed to the formation that the coach was using, committed to the pattern the coach was playing. This is how team plays. Eric Chelle, kudos to you, Eric Chelle. He will be coach. You're not only a coach, you're a world-class tactician because you identify the spot which you will use your system. And you use the system very well. In as much as Nigeria were drawing the game, the guy need a shake. They score a second goal, he no shake. That one a coach will no say, the goal go come. It was just time. His team were playing well. They were still in the game. He said, go come. Now just time. And the goal came. He could not even celebrate it. He was just there because he knew his team was supposed to be at least 3 goals ahead in the first half. He was disappointed with the way they were playing. The goals they were missing. Fine. We have dominated the game. We won the game. Guys, over to the next level. Nigeria, on around make us proud. For the very first time, where the season now, Nigeria, everybody, they glamour, they celebrate. For a while now, we they get problem here and there. They get the likes of big men fighting police, army fighting ministers. Well, everybody they talk about that one, but Nigeria don't come draft our mind out from those army fighting ministers. Glory, thank God, because football now waiting they bring everybody together. If I were the president of this country, now the opportunity where they give and be this, because if you cannot let this team to the World Cup, problem go there, Baba. Take this team to the World Cup, support them in every way. Because taking the team to the World Cup will shift all our attention. See, all our attention go shift go World Cup. We go forget even say whether or not they embezzle money or not they do anything. No concern us. Military and minister they fight. You know, concern us. No, just go World Cup. That is what we want. Guys, just push this video. Tell them we just need to go to the World Cup. Nigerians, we want to go World Cup. Nothing else. Nothing else. We don't accept anything else. Nations Cup is coming back. It's coming on next month. So expect anything to happen. Let's go to the World Cup first. Relax and win the Nations Cup. Subscribe, share. This is Fans Voice International. Thank you.